just a quick disclaimer for new viewers, as in people who are not subscribed to me. This is not going to be a tutorial on how to replace your motor mount. This is just going to be a vlog, showing, my progress on the car. So if you're looking for a tutorial, click away now, because that's not what this is. For everyone else, hello guys, Dolo304 here. Today we're going to be working on the Accord again. Today we're going to be doing the motor mount, because in the last vlog I detailed that the front motor mount was broken and I need that fixed. So we're about to do that like right now. But as far as my paint job went, as you can see, the paint job still looks pretty good, except for one area of the bumper. As you may be able to tell, the rear bumper started peeling, and so it is peeling. A lot of this, again, I would say about 95% of the paint job came out great, but then you have this down here and it started peeling off, and so that kind of blows. So basically I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not gonna, someday on a rainy day I'll repaint it, but for now it looks alright. And from a more normal angle of the car, you can hardly even tell. I mean, there's still some marks here, and also, as you may be able to tell, it matches the rest of the car. So yeah, as you can see, the rest of the car's paint job is definitely not perfect. And of course, I would call this side of the car's bad side. So again, it matches the car. But as far as the other paint jobs go, or the other bumper that is, the front bumper came out really nice. Of course, it looks pretty good, as you may be able to tell. And yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and move this car into the carport over there so I can work on it. And yeah, let's get this motor mount in. It's time to see if the car is gonna start. Of course, we have a door chime, so the battery's not dead, so that's a start. Basically, we just need to see if she's gonna start. All right, let's try it. Just like a Honda, you can always trust your Hondas. Of course, this is just a desiccant that I've put here just to kind of eliminate any possibility of mold. And I can see the car does, that's another issue, and I think is related to the motor mount. I believe the shift cable is kind of off, in that sometimes if you go to drive and then you go back to reverse or park, it won't shift, or like it either won't go in gear right away, or the indicator for park will not be lit and it won't let you take the key out. Now I've noticed that if you wait a couple seconds or wiggle the shifter a little bit, it goes. So I think that might be related to the broken motor mount, because the engine is moving around and the shift cable is only a fixed length. So I'm hoping that replacing the motor mount will indeed help with that issue there. Otherwise I'll have to look into getting the shift cable replaced. But other than that, of course, she's idling just fine. Everything's good. Still got that squeaky belt, obviously. That's another issue. One step at a time, guys. So basically now I'm going to go move my dad's truck, which is right there, and I'll get the car in there so we can actually start working on it. So I figured out why my trunk leaks. As you may be able to tell, the headlight's full of water, and that's because the taillight seal is bad. I believe that one is starting to go bad. It doesn't leak nearly as bad over here, and the taillight isn't full of water, but the taillight seal, underneath the taillight in the trunk, is all cracked and broken, so that's why the trunk leaks so bad. But yeah, other than that, you might be able to tell there's a little bit of a gloss to it, so that's pretty cool. And there's also like, you might not, probably won't be able to see it on video, but there's like little sparkles in it that was part of that. Anyway, let me go ahead and demonstrate the issue with the transmission, or rather the motor mount. So if I stick my foot on the brake here and I go and shift into reverse, you may be able to notice that the car vibrates quite a lot, and the engine just moves back and forth. I had my friend Chris actually test this theory while we were hanging out one day, and yeah, the motor mount's broken, obviously. I already know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the car in the shop and then we'll get working on it. Here's the other issue. As you can see, it's in park, but the park indicator is not lit, and therefore it will not let, there you go, see there, it just went. So when that park indicator isn't lit, it won't let you take the key out, or turn off the car. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the vehicle now. And yeah, so hopefully that problem will be fixed with the new motor mount, but I'm not holding my breath, obviously. that goes with the nature of these cars. But anyway, let's get to work. Okay, so now that we got the shop light on the subject, you'll be able to see the old motor mount here. As you can see, it's not holding anything. You may be able to tell right through there that it's completely broken off. So basically we need to get those two bolts out and that one down there. Now that one down there is going to be an absolute bitch. I can already see it because we have these vacuum lines, radiator fan, all of that stuff is right in the way. So that'll be fun, but we can do it. I've done worse things before. So yeah, somehow I'm gonna have to get at that with the ratchet, but we'll see. Here's the new motor mount. This is the brand new one. Of course it has a tear right there, but that's just, you know, a very thin resin thing. It's not holding anything in. The actual mount is good, obviously. So let's see which way this one is in. This one is in like this, so that's the way the new one is going to go in. So I also bought some, you know, penetrating oil to, you know, just aid in removing this in a timely manner. Again, I'm really worried about that down there because look at all those vacuum lines and everything in the way. That's going to be not fun to do, but we're going to have to do it. So where there's a will, there's a way. Now I'm wondering if I might be able to remove the radiator fan. I'm not really sure how this is in here. I mean, it looks bolted in right here, obviously, but I don't know. I'll have to see what's going on here because that would give me enough room to actually work on it properly. Okay, we're halfway home. I managed with my dad's gigantic ratchet. I believe this is 3/4 inch and an adapter. This fit it right in here perfectly to take this bolt out. So the top bolt is out for the motor mount. Now we need to get to the bottom one, which is possible. I'll be able to get right in here because the intake or exhaust manifold just barely clears this. So I'll be able to get in there with that and a hand wrench down there so I can get the bolt off. Hopefully, that's the idea anyway. There's not really a whole lot of room to swing this thing, so we'll see. But I'm halfway home. I was told, or I watched a YouTube video on this, and that you don't have to jack up the motor because it's being supported by those two mounts. This is just a torque mount, like I said. So, yeah, we're almost there. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. As you can see, that bolt is actually welded to the bracket, which I knew about. So yeah, you can see that little bead right there. So that's held in there. The top bolt's already out, so the mount is loose, and I'm just using a extension. I was able to get in here with a little advice from my dad. You know, I was able to get in there and get to the bolt. So I'm going to remove that, pull the mount out, and put the new one in, and we're done. All right, here's the old mount. As you may be able to see, it's completely broken. So yeah, it just flops around. Through many through perseverance, I would say, is the word that was able to, you know, enabled me to get this out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and put the mount in. It goes in just like that, so I'm going to go ahead and slot it in and screw it back in, and then we'll be good. It has been done. There is the brand new motor mount, not broken. And yeah, it's tightened and everything. That actually wasn't too bad, you know, to be honest. But there she is. Here's another look at the old mount. As you can see, it's completely broken. In the exact same, you know, it's the exact same mount, obviously. You know, this one's just broken. As you can see, structurally compromised for sure. Very old. So, yeah, glad I replaced it. Now I'm actually going to take this multimeter and troubleshoot the door speaker, because that's the other thing I wanted to get done today. I'm going to see if it's the speaker itself that's dead or if it's the wiring to the speaker that's the problem. So I'm about to do that next. Okay, so ignore the beeping. I really need to pull a fuse for that or something. It's really annoying. Anyway, so here's the speaker. Of course, it's the 45 watt. Now, I think my problem might be right here. As you can see, someone just taped this crap together. These are the wires from the car itself. Sorry. Those are the wires from the car itself. So I'm going to test it here to these two prongs with the ignition on. And if I get voltage here, then I know the speaker's bad. If I don't, then I'm going to test it here. I'm going to unwrap this and test it here. And if I get it there, then I know what the problem is. So, yeah, I'm going to redo that if that ends up being the problem. Let me go test it right now. Okay, so as I just verified, we have no power to the speaker. So that's the issue. There's no power getting to here. So I'm going to unwrap these and test it there and see what happens. Took it on a test drive, and it's definitely improved noticeably. So that's cool. Yeah, unfortunately the little issue with the sensor thing for the shifter, that didn't really get fixed. So something else is wrong there, I think. Now again, if I wiggle the shifter a little bit, I can get that light to come on, and as you can see, if I'm wiggling it right now, and it's you know, flickering a little bit. So I think something, I don't know, something might be dirty in there, or the shift cable might be stretched or something. But yeah, it definitely seems to drive a little bit better now. So that's cool. So yeah, it definitely shifts and drives noticeably nicer than it did before. That's for sure. I'm about to get on the freeway, so I'll do a little bit of a pull. I'm not gonna floor it. I've only floored it once. It was not bad. Again, for a 27-year-old 4-cylinder Honda with a 4-speed auto, it was not bad. And I'm not flooring it again until I get the timing belt swapped. I'm even a little bit nervous right now driving it, but yeah. Anyway, here we go. So, wow, that wasn't even floored, and that was pretty good. I gassed it a little more than I wanted to again, but again, like you can see that wasn't bad at all. So, yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I think I'm going to end the good old vlog there. That's pretty much it. As far as the speaker goes, I'm not getting any power to these wires right here. So there is indeed a larger issue at hand here. There's a disconnect somewhere between there and here, so that needs to be figured out, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm really tired. So, oh wow, just hit 380 on the dot. That's interesting. And of course, there's my other car, so I need to put this car there and then just, you know, put that car in front of it or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's going to be about it. Let me go ahead and get out here. Yeah, so that's going to just about do it for me as far as this vlog goes. I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. So here's something interesting. I've been doing the car shuffle here, as detailed in the last clip. I thought it was going to be the end, but this is just a little footnote. I have noticed I've been doing a lot of, you know, drive, reverse, park type things, moving these cars around, and the car's been behaving itself just fine lately, so that's cool. So who knows, it's kind of finicky. But anyway, yeah, like I said before, thank you guys for watching this vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next one.